I'm here with Spectator columnist Steve Milton, and Steve, Ticats win 42-10 over the BC Lions. Lions hadn't lost in 9 weeks. What happened there?
Well, we've asked this before after the Ticats have come up with big games like this, and of course we want to ask most what's going to happen next. I think one factor playing, I don't want to make much of this, okay, because it looks like a negative against the Ticats, and I don't want to rain on their parade because they played an excellent football game tonight. Both teams were due for this. BC was particularly due for it, and I think Hamilton was too, because in a different way, in that they've been subtly building up some things, and a lot of those things came to fruition tonight. You can see what happens when this team sort of runs on most of the cylinders. What we had tonight was 99% Dr. Jekyll and maybe 1% Mr. Hyde, and the Dr. Jekyll, of course, is the team that they want to be, and that's the team they think they are. They haven't shown it enough to me to say that's who they are, but boy, we really saw tonight what they can be.
Two quarterbacks saw action again today. Kevin Glenn started, played the first half, 9 for 18, $1.15 or so. Quinn Porter took over in the second half and really moved the football well. What did you think of the quarterback play?
Well, I thought Quentin, by the week, has gained unbelievable confidence. He looks very fluid out there, and I thought Kevin looked pretty good part of the way there, but then he got betrayed by drop balls mostly on second downs. He had not a really good turnover or conversion rate on second down, but neither did Porter. His was all first down stuff. But I thought, boy, Quentin, they're going to have to give another look to. He adds a different dynamic to the offense, and I think tonight that was particularly important. Not so much his running, but his threat of running without using Grant. They didn't have Grant and Williams, so they're a much slower team tonight than they normally are. So Porter really added to that, and the confidence level is just beyond belief. And for people that missed it, he stands now alone in second place in touchdowns in this league.
Ticats have 2 games remaining on the road in Saskatchewan, on the road in Toronto. Those games won't mean anything in terms of the standings because Winnipeg won earlier today, so we know the Ticats will be on the road for the playoffs no matter what happens. But what do they need to accomplish these last 2 weeks?
Well, they got to get a read on the quarterback situation. They've got to make sure what we saw on defense today is real. And I'm not sure. Well, I think they'll be able to tell that against Saskatchewan if Durant has any kind of game. They won't be able to tell that, I don't think, against Toronto because right now they're not in the kind of situation offensively that presents that kind of. Not to say that they can't lose both of those games because both those teams will be loose. Everybody's playing for jobs, but they're not playing like a team with a system probably as much, with a defined system that you would normally see with contenders. And I think it's going to be a little difficult for them to get the read on the things that they need to get the read on. They got to continue to build that secondary. They played very well tonight, and at most of the time there was pretty good coverage, but there were still some breakdowns. When you actually talk to the individual guys after the game, some of them talked about some of the breakdowns. But as you pointed out so astutely early in the game, the way they were closing on the ball, that's something, even in their bigger games earlier this year, we didn't see.
Make sure you check out the Scratching Post blog for all the game coverage, and both Steve and I will be in Monday's Spectator. For the Hamilton Spectator at Everyone Stadium with Steve Milton, I'm Drew Edwards.